Okay, everything from now on to preview Arsenal embargo till 1 o'clock tomorrow. Matt Law.
Hi, Jose. If I can just take you back to Harry Kane, he's 28 this year. A lot of the big strikers and goal scorers who have played for you have played on very, very late into their sort of years. Zlatan 39, Drogba 40, Ronaldo's now 36, Eto'o 38. I just wondered, I know it's difficult to predict, but do you see a player in Harry Kane who could play on for sort of 10 more years at the top level if he wants to, and if he's okay with injuries?
You have to ask him. Depends on what he wants to do, and I think it's even too early for him to think about that. I think he just enjoys his football, and when a striker is just that kind of goal scorer that can only play in that position, is more difficult, because when they lose that intensity of the younger people, is more difficult for them, because then they have nothing. But this kind of players, I think they get better with time, with experience, with understanding of the game. In this moment, you see Harry, you see Benzema, and Benzema is 33 already now. This kind of striker. They are very intelligent. They drop back, they assist, so they can transform their game. And later in their career, instead of be the 9 targets, they become the 9.5, and between the 9 and the 10, and they have football until they want. But it's too early. 28 is too early to think about that.
Okay, Carve Silicol. Carve, thank you.
Jose, I just wanted to ask you about the balance of power in North London. Obviously, when Arsenal were winning titles, they were arguably the bigger side in North London. Do you think, considering the players you have now, the stadium, the facilities, and also the recent record in the Champions League, that the balance of power has shifted a little bit in North London?
I want to be respectful. I don't want to go in that direction. I'm very proud to be at Tottenham. I have the feeling every day that I work in a big club, but in spite of the rivalry between us and Arsenal, I want to be respectful. Arsenal is a big club with a big history, a little bit like us. They are trying to build a better future. I have total respect for them.
Okay, Katie Shanahan.
Evening, Jose. There are 7 points between you and Arsenal, with both teams winning again tonight. How are you approaching this North London derby, and what have you made of Arsenal so far this season?
I look up, I don't look down. If Arsenal was 7 points ahead of us, I would look to them. But because we have 7 points more than them, I don't look down, I look up. But at the same time, we look always to the next match. And if instead of Arsenal, it was Villa or Newcastle, because the next matches that we are going to play, would be exactly the same feeling. We feel that we are better than the position that we have on the table. And we want to improve that position. So we need points for that. So it doesn't matter the opponent, doesn't matter if it is a London derby. In fact, it's the 4th that we have in a row in the Premier League. It's a Premier League match. 3 points are there to fight for, and that's what we are going to try to do.
Okay, we've got time for 2 more. We Dan Kilpatrick. We're finishing with Valley Gold. Dan, you're first.
Hi, Jose.
Hey.
Just to go back to Harry, in terms of mentality and just kind of hunger for the trophies. You know, a real desire to win that first team trophy. I mean, have you ever met anyone or worked with anyone quite like him in that regard?
I've been lucky enough to work with players with great ambitions, and it's not possible to have a career like mine without players with ambition. He has that, no doubts that he has that. No doubts that of course he wants to win matches, score goals, win trophies. Totally committed with the club, totally committed with the national team. Is a very good example of a top professional, not just a top player, because sometimes top players are not top professionals, and vice versa. He's top player, he's top professional, and he's a great example for everybody.
Okay, Ali Gold to finish.
Again, Jose. You had Sergio Aurier back today, and obviously Matt Doherty's been in good, improving form in recent matches. How much of a battle is that for Sunday for the right back slot?
That's amazing. They're both playing well, and that's what I want, and that's what I need, and that's what the team needs. Ben Davies, Reguilón, and I'm just speaking about the fullbacks, but the reason why today we changed 7 or 8 players in relation to the last match was because I trust all the guys. Because the last time I did this, we lost against Antwerp, and everybody was killing me, and right so, because I make these decisions. But in that match, I felt a little bit let down by attitude, and it was a moment where not everybody was working well and hard and trying to play every match. In this moment, I changed 7 or 8 players today in a very important match. I did it because of the trust. And to be honest, I didn't change 11 because I didn't want to give the team a feeling of it's too much or I'm gambling or something like that, because I could perfectly change. I felt bad for my decision of not playing Joe Hart, one of the best goalkeepers in this country, no doubts, one of the best goalkeeper, the English goalkeepers. I didn't want to play him, not because a question of trust, was more for a question of feeling to the dressing room. I cannot change 11 players. The game is difficult, but I have everybody. So the question was about Serge and Matt, and I went in other directions in my answer. But the reality is that in this moment we have that. We have everybody playing well, working well.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you.